Where the earth bleeds fire, the ground cracks with unimaginable heat, and the air itself is a choking veil of ash, life should be impossible. For most, this is a vision of hell. But look closer. In the shadow of a colossal breathing volcano, something stirs. This isn't just a creature, it's a living ember. For the first time ever, we pull back the curtain of smoke to reveal one of nature's greatest secrets, the Volcano Gecko. 0 o'clock to 1 o'clock, when the earth breathes fire, life should not exist. And yet, in the cracks of ash and stone, something moves. The Volcano Gecko, born of flame and shadow. Our journey begins at the edge of an active caldera, a vast infernal landscape bathed in the twilight's dying glow. This is a world painted in stark contrasts of obsidian black and molten crimson. Veins of glowing lava pulse beneath the cooling rock, a circulatory system for a planet's raw power. The air trembles not with sound but with a palpable heat that distorts the horizon. Against this epic backdrop, a silhouette emerges. It is small, almost insignificant, yet it moves with a purpose that defies its surroundings. We zoom in, the camera gliding low over the jagged terrain to find our subject. A volcano gecko, its tiny form crawling over a stone that still radiates a dangerous cherry red heat. The cinematic lighting catches the minute details of its form, isolating it in this vast, hostile world. There are no humans, no signs of other life, just this singular, miraculous being, a testament to life's unyielding spirit. 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, the air here shimmers with heat. Ash drifts like snow. To live in this place is to balance between burning and breathing. We follow the gecko as it navigates the ashen fields that blanket the volcano's slopes. This is not soil. It is the fine, gritty remainder of rock that has been vaporized and reborn. Each step the gecko takes sends up a tiny puff of gray dust. Steam, superheated by the geothermal activity just below the surface, hisses from unseen fissures, enveloping the creature in ephemeral clouds. The camera moves in for a tight close-up, revealing the world from the gecko's perspective. The molten light from distant lava flows paints its scales with shifting patterns of orange and gold, a living canvas of reflected fire. The shallow focus blurs the chaotic background, forcing our attention onto the intricate, almost alien texture of its skin. Every wrinkle, every scale seems perfectly adapted to this environment. It is a portrait of an animal that is not just surviving in this alien world, but is completely at home. 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Each scale tells a story of survival, toughened by heat, colored by the minerals of the earth itself. Its body is armor forged by fire. The camera lens pushes even closer, entering a macroscopic realm. We are now examining the very architecture of the gecko's skin. The scales are not the soft, pliable covering of its forest-dwelling cousins. They are dense, interlocking plates like a mosaic of obsidian. They glow faintly, not with their own light, but with the captured, reflected incandescence of the magma that flows nearby. The high-contrast lighting creates a dramatic play of shadows and highlights, emphasizing the rugged texture. Deep reds and oranges bleed into the dark, stone-like coloration, a camouflage born not of foliage, but of geology. This is not just skin. It is a masterpiece of evolutionary engineering. It's a heat shield, a suit of armor, and a disguise, all crafted by the relentless pressure of the most extreme habitat on Earth. Each scale is a tiny, monument to the countless generations that have endured this furnace. 3 o'clock to 4:30. Even here, life hunts and is hunted. The volcano gecko moves in silence, every step a whisper on burning stone. The relative peace is broken. A tiny insect, a lava fly, equally adapted to this world, flits erratically near a glowing crack in the rock. For the gecko, this is an opportunity. The camera drops to ground level, creating a tense, intimate scene. The gecko freezes, its body a taut line of potential energy. Its eyes, dark and unblinking, are fixed on its prey. We see the world from its low-slung perspective, the glowing lava crack illuminating the scene with a primal, flickering light. Embers thrown up by a minor geological burp float through the air like fireflies. The gecko begins its stalk, a masterpiece of stealth. It places each foot with surgical precision, making no sound. The tension is palpable. It's a silent, deadly ballet where one wrong move could mean a lost meal or a fatal misstep onto a surface too hot to bear. With a sudden, explosive burst of speed, the gecko lunges, its tongue darting out to snatch the insect from the air. The hunt is over in a fraction of a second. 4:30 to 6 o'clock. When night falls, the volcano cools, but not the gecko. It climbs toward the light that never dies, guided by the Earth's heartbeat. As darkness fully envelops the landscape, the volcano transforms. The oppressive heat of the day subsides, but the land remains aglow. Lava rivers and glowing rocks become beacons in the night. For the gecko, this is the time of greatest activity. It uses its specialized toe pads to defy gravity, climbing the vertical faces of the cooling rock formations. The camera tracks its movement from the side, a steady, cinematic glide that follows its ascent. It's climbing towards the brightest, hottest areas, drawn to the persistent warmth. The lava's glow paints its underbelly in fiery tones, reflecting on its body as it moves. Dust motes and embers disturbed by its passage catch the light and drift lazily in the air, creating a magical, dreamlike atmosphere. The gecko is not just a creature of the volcano. It is a satellite, orbiting a star of molten rock, its life dictated by the thermal tides of its unique world. 6 o'clock to 7:30. Here the land gives and takes without mercy. Every eruption destroys, and rebirth follows in silence. A dramatic shift in perspective takes us high above the landscape. An aerial shot captures a small secondary cone of the volcano erupting in majestic slow motion. A fountain of fire and rock is thrown into the sky, and a cloud of ash begins to spread, a gray shroud covering everything. It is a display of absolute, indiscriminate power. This is the destructive force that shapes this entire ecosystem. The scene then fades, transitioning from the violent eruption to a moment of quiet creation. The ash has settled. In a warm crevice, sheltered from the recent cataclysm, lies a cluster of small, leathery eggs. They are translucent, and through the dim, glowing atmosphere, we can almost see the life pulsing within. This is the other side of the volcano's nature. Its heat, which can destroy, also incubates. The same geothermal energy that fuels the eruptions provides the perfect warmth for a new generation of volcano geckos to develop. Destruction and creation are not opposites here. They are two parts of the same eternal cycle. 7:30 to 9 o'clock. The volcano gecko is not the master of this world, only its reflection. A reminder that even within destruction, life burns quietly on. Our final shot is an epic cinematic tableau. The gecko, the protagonist of our story, is resting on a slab of blackened, cooled lava. It is perfectly still, a dark shape against the immense landscape. But beneath the rock it rests upon, we see the deep, powerful glow of the magma chamber. The camera begins a slow, deliberate zoom out. The gecko becomes smaller and smaller, a single point of life in a vast, fiery world. As we pull back, the full, magnificent scale of the volcano is revealed. The sun is setting, painting the sky in shades of bruised purple and burning red, mirroring the colors of the earth below. The gecko is absorbed into the grand vista, a living part of the mountain itself. It is not a conqueror of this domain, but a perfect expression of it. It is a tiny, resilient flame, a quiet but persistent spark of life, proving that even in the heart of the most destructive forces on our planet, life not only finds a way, it finds a way to be beautiful. The red sky fades to black, leaving only the eternal glow of the volcano's heart.